Leo, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Leo love reading. In today's reading, we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you here for this last bit of January 2024. Then I'm going to get 3 cards to represent your energy in this connection, Leo. 3 cards to represent your person's energy. And then I'm going to clarify everything with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. So let's get started here, and let's get one card for what is the mutual point of interest between Leo and their romantic person of interest here at the last part of January 2024, please. Okay. Make sure nothing else flipped. That felt a little weird right there. Okay. Get 3 cards for you, Leo. What is going on with Leo as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between them in this last bit of January 2024, please? Let's get one more. There we go. You don't say. Oh. You got you showing up with your own energy quite a bit here, but something funny in the middle. Check out your person, Leo. What's going on with Leo's romantic person of interest as it relates to Leo and the connection between the two of them here at the end of January 2024, please? Let's get 2 more for Leo's person of interest here. Okay, thank you. All right. Got a lot of earth sign energy over there. Bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the 5 of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. 5s are conflict, 5s are change. This is an abandonment here. This is about being abandoned. It's about being cast aside, left out in the cold, walked away from. This is usually a breakup kind of an energy right here. Sometimes this can be like financial loss, like getting devastated financially some way. Sometimes this can be a feeling of like not feeling like you're good enough, or your person not feeling like they're good enough, or potentially both of you feeling that. Not quite sure yet. Right under this 5 of Pentacles, I have the Lovers, which is the Gemini Major Arcana card. This is talking about a powerful love connection between the two of you. Now, the Lovers card, a long time ago, before it was called the Lovers, it used to be called the Choice. So a lot of times this will represent choices and the impact they have on the people that we're connected to. Can represent a choice or like a crossroads in a relationship. Could sometimes represent a choice between lovers. Right behind the Lovers, we have the 9 of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. This is a card of like being walled off and defensive. It's also a card of healing. This is the Wounded Warrior, and he's built this wall around himself as a way to protect himself so that he doesn't get hurt anymore, doesn't continue to get hurt or get hurt again. He's trying to heal. He's trying to protect himself so he can heal and get his energy right and take the next step in his journey. So there's some element here of pain involved and some hurt being involved. Looks like we have either an abandonment of a powerful love connection or some kind of like breakup, or this is even potentially like not just being hurt. It can also be represent a wall that's in the way of something here, maybe a wall in the way of this connection. This will probably make more sense as we go through the reading. This is just like the overall gist of what the reading is probably going to talk to me about. This shared energy that affects both of you in some way here. This mutual point of interest, I should say, is shared energy that affects you both some way. Doesn't always affect you both exactly the same way. Sometimes they do this and you feel the consequences of it, or vice versa. Sometimes they say or do something and it makes you feel or act this way, or vice versa. Sometimes it's genuinely an external thing that's impacting you both. But the shared energy affecting you guys here at the end of January 2024 is the 6 of Wands. This is Leo energy. This is a card of recognition. It's about forward movement. It's about victory and success, but it's also about recognition and the thing that's being recognized here, allowing forward movement to happen or causing forward movement to happen, however that plays itself out. But there's some sort of a recognition it's shared energy. Hard to tell yet whether that's you, Leo, recognizing something, or your person recognizing something, or both of you coming to some sort of a recognition here. Let's clarify this and see what we can find out. Tell me more about the Six of Wands. Why is that the mutual point of interest between Leo and their person? Okay. We got it. Okay, Grace. On the bottom of the deck, we have Ten of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is that happily ever after that we all dream of. This is most people's goal in terms of love and emotions in relationships. This is two people being combined together, fully happy and fully content in and of themselves, but now being together and pouring themselves into each other and making like a happy family. Like this is the happily ever after, the happy fairy tale romance that we all dream about. And then we have the Emperor behind that. This is the Aries Major Arcana card. This is an energy of like taking control or taking charge of a situation. Like it's a master manifester kind of an energy in the sense of this is someone who has the ability to put together a plan to get what they want and then execute the plan to get what they want. It's about taking charge, like making the rules, setting the boundaries, calling the shots. Can sometimes represent someone who is like trying to control a situation. Could be someone trying to block something here. It's like something about the throne the Emperor sits on. It's almost like you can't see what's going on behind me here. And what's behind him is the Hanged Man. This is like an energy of progress being halted, like no forward movement happening, things being stuck and at a dead standstill. It's almost like someone's in the way or someone's trying to control things and that's keeping it stuck. It's like recognizing though that this is the one for me. This is like the one I've always dreamed about, but there's some element of control that's stuck or stagnant or progress isn't happening on that. King of Pentacles. That's either Virgo or Taurus energy. This is usually like a very grounded, abundant, like prosperous type of a person. Somebody who builds empires. Somebody who's like good at business or strategy or finances in terms of, you know, like the strategy of a business or building something like that. It's usually like a business owner, independent contractor, like someone that works for themselves. This is typically like a husband type of an energy. But there's something in the way of that, something like hung up with that. I don't know if we have some sort of a husband type figure, father type figure who's in the way, blocking something here. It's all in the background of this Ten of Cups though, this like happily ever after and a recognition regarding that. It's almost like something's stuck and we have to take control over something in order to get where we're trying to go here, but I'm not following this abandonment that's showing up. When I clarify Six of Wands, I get Queen of Wands, the Empress, and the Six of Pentacles. Queen of Wands is either Aries or Leo energy. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person that knows exactly what she wants. She goes after what she wants, doesn't really take no for an answer. This is like, I'm going to go get what I want, period. In terms of personality, this would be somebody who's like very charming and charismatic and good looking, like sexy. People want to be around this person, be like the life of the party kind of thing. The wand suit itself is about like passion and desire, and it's the phallic symbol of the deck. So sexual energy, sex, attractiveness, things like that. This is a person who's got that. This to me usually is like representative of someone who's very clear on what it is that they want, but it can just as easily be representing a person who there's an attraction to and sexiness attached to that. I have the Empress next, which is the mother of the tarot deck. She's perpetually pregnant, so she's always giving birth to something. In a love reading, she usually represents the birth of something new, as in like birthing a new connection. Sometimes this can be rebirthing a connection if we've had some sort of like abandonment or separation here between the lovers, between the two people in love, the two of you. And now there's a recognition about, oh, this is the Ten of Cups. and this is what I want really bad, and now we're maybe trying to birth it to begin with, or birth something new out of it. I don't have anything else yet that would lead me to believe this, so I'm going to hold off on that. Six of Pentacles is the next card here. This is Taurus energy. This is sometimes balance, like generosity, reciprocity, equal give and take. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. We take care of each other. It can sometimes represent the merchant giving to two different people. Again, I don't have anything out here that says that. This is almost like I want this really bad. I've recognized how powerful this is and how important it is. Something's stuck that probably needs control taken of it, or there's some element of control that's got this stuck. I'm not sure yet. This will hopefully make more sense as we get a little farther into the reading. That's the shared energy that affects you both, Leo. I will come back to this as I go through your energy, because then I'll be able to see more about it and how it relates to you. I'll come back to it again when I go through your person's energy, because then I'll be able to see how it relates to them. That's the shared energy, your energy in this connection for the end of January, Leo. Strength is your first card. That's your most important card. Central to your energy is the Tower. And your final card is the King of Wands. So I've got, out of your three cards, the first one and the last one are Leo energy. The shared energy affecting you both is also Leo energy. So you're all over the place in this reading. Strength is a Leo Major Arcana card. This card tells me that there is some difficult situation going on between the two of you, or at least a difficult situation happening for you probably. This is a situation that's like requiring you to dig down deep inside yourself and tap into your internal strength in order to even make it through this, because it's so rough. You have the internal strength to do it. You're just kind of being forced to dig down in there and find it. This can sometimes represent a person who's trying to tame that beast inside themselves, though, trying to like rein themselves in and hold themselves back and not let themselves rush off and do something that they think might be too hasty or too excessive and like might be some kind of a mistake. So it's like having these urges and trying to like resist against that piece of yourself. So let's clarify that and see what else we can find out. Why is Strength the first card here for Leo? Please tell me more about Strength. Whoa, 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 whoa. Time out. Let's see if I can... Okay, we got that. That doesn't make any sense how those... Guess that. Lord have mercy. Normally I get 3 clarifiers. I just got 3, 6, 7. So clearly this card is important for you, Leo. Bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. This is the Taurus Major Arcana card. This is a card of commitment. It's a card of like being in a committed relationship, taking that to the next level. This could be like marriage, engagement, something like that, like being fully committed to something, but there's some difficulty attached to that idea. This looks like we're trying to manifest commitment, manifest going to the next level, and we're struggling with that for some reason. The Magician's the Mac Daddy Master Manifester of the tarot deck. So I've seen the Emperor, now I've seen the Magician. So both of the predominantly like manifesting type energies here. This is usually the person who is able to shape the world around them to be in alignment with what their will desires. This usually represents actively trying to manifest probably this commitment here. And then the 8 of Swords behind that's Gemini energy of being stuck in your head about something, grinding on it, on this loop in your mind where you can't quite shut your mind off. The person's blindfolded, so they're missing information. There's like gaps in what they know. This is like a self-imposed mental prison. It's like not being sure what the safe step to take is and feeling stuck because of that, feeling like trapped and blocked because I don't really see how I could go from here. Really hard to manifest from a spot where you're feeling stuck. Judgment. There's some important decision that has to happen in this connection, and it looks like you don't know what to do about it. The thing about this 8 of Swords is like it's self-imposed. It's usually a case where someone thinks it's incredibly bad, and the way they're thinking about it makes it feel worse than it actually is. Clearly, it's a difficult time for you. It looks like you're trying to birth something and balance something back out. It's kind of, I'm just noticing this, the Five of Pentacles is the overall energy of the reading, like an abandonment, some kind of a change in the physical here. And this is the next step past that, where it's getting balanced back out. It looks like that's what you're trying to do and having a hard time. Now, when I clarify this Strength card, I get the Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, which is the shared energy, Five of Wands, King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups. That's a lot. This Queen of Swords is Libra energy. She is about speaking the truth on something and then cutting off a thing or a person that's no longer in your best interest anymore. A lot of times this is like some kind of a conversation where truth is spoken and a severing occurs. I've got breakup type energy here. You having a hard time with it. I know my dragon's trying to fall over. Six of Wands, that's the overall, the shared energy, I should say. It's Leo energy again. Recognition. It's like you recognizing something after this severing happens, and what you recognize allows forward movement to happen. But there's some sort of a conflict in the way. We're going from the Six of Wands to the Five of Wands, taking a step backwards here. This is an internal conflict in someone's desires. Like, there's a piece of you that wants this one thing, and there's another piece of you that wants this other thing, and you're torn between the two. You're conflicted about which one you actually want, and you're playing this tug of war match inside of your desires in terms of what you want. I don't think that's representing the two of you wanting something different and you're pulling opposite ways. This is feeling like an internal conflict for you, that you're having trouble dealing with some aspect of that. Maybe that's the aspect of like severing the connection. Maybe it's some level of truth that you recognize but you're conflicted about. King of Wands is next, which is already out here as the final card in your energy. We'll clarify that in a few minutes, but this is the pinnacle of that wand suit. We already have the Queen of Wands out here in the shared energy. These are counterparts. This is like a power couple in terms of the passion and desire and attraction end of things, sexual energy end of things. Again, person that knows what they want, they go after it. They don't take no for an answer. This is the, I'm going to find a way to get what I want, or I'm going to make a way to get what I want kind of a person. But because this is the pinnacle of the wand suit, and the wand is the phallic symbol, it represents passion, desire, sexual energy. I got 3 wands in a row here, and a fire energy for Leo starting it all off. I got wands and fire all over the place here. This is someone who's driven and motivated by passion and desire and sexual energy, and driven and motivated in general to get what they want. The internal conflict doesn't really fit with that card any better than it would fit with this card here. Like, this is, how can you be moving one direction? See, like, this is moving into the future, and he's facing the opposite direction in the past, and there's some sort of an internal conflict in the middle of those two things. So there's like some kind of conflict about where I'm going versus where I've been. Next card here, okay, Ten of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. This is like most people's goal in terms of the physical reality. Like, we've seen the Ten of Cups, most people's goal in like love and relationships. This is the combining together of two people or two families and all their assets and resources to build this stable, abundant, prosperous life together. This is about building a life together. A lot of times I'll see this with people who are either married already, or who are living together, or who are going down that path. Maybe you guys were at that path at some point, and we've had a halving of that. We've had like us together, and now we're not together, but we're still in love, and like there's a barrier in the way for us here. Yes, yeah, I didn't go far enough. There's that Emperor again. So that's twice now I've run into a reference of a barrier in the way, like something blocking something. Something else is in control. The Moon behind that, fear, worry, anxiety, uncertainty. Sometimes this can represent secret being kept, an illusion, something being hidden in the dark, Sometimes it's just fear, worry, and anxiety based on uncertainty about control. It's not 100% sure. But here we have an energy of like either the two of you being married or living together or going down the path toward that. And then this Four of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy of holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. Fours also represent stability. Pentacles represent the physical world. So this could be financial stability. It could just be physical stability. This would represent like wealth, and this would represent like wanting to hold on to what I have and not lose it. Could even represent wanting to hold on to this person and not lose them, even though there's been some element of something wrong. A final clarifier for strength is the Two of Cups, which is Cancer energy. Twos are choices, they're options, they're decisions. This is a choice about an emotional connection, about a love connection between two people. So it can represent a choice about the connection, a choice in the connection, a choice between more than one person. I don't have anything out here that would suggest there's another person involved other than seeing an Emperor show up like semi-blocking is what it feels like. Central to your energy, Leo, is the Tower. This is a foundation rocking event. This is some important structure in your life falling apart, collapsing in front of you. Sometimes that can represent the end of a relationship, especially when I have like Five of Pentacles here, like an abandonment. Sometimes this can represent that like the relationship collapsed. Sometimes it can represent that a belief system collapses around you, like the way I thought it was, the way I believed it was or believed it was going to be suddenly has changed now, and I don't believe that anymore. I'm not sure about that. Tell me about the Tower, please. Why is the Tower central to Leo's energy for the end of January 2024? Make sure nothing else flipped here. Felt like an explosion happened there. Bottom of the deck. The Emperor. So I've seen the Emperor now twice looking like it's blocking something, or there's something that's being blocked that control needs to be taken over that. This is feeling like something in the way again, especially when clarifying the Tower. It's like somebody caused some Tower to happen, or control caused Tower to happen. No. This is something has collapsed, and there's the need to take control of that to get back to this Ten of Cups. But this is also still feeling like something or someone actually is in the way trying to stop that. The Star, that's Aquarius energy. Okay, you might have an Aquarius actively trying to interfere to cause a breakup or to keep the two of you from getting back together or something along those lines. This is Aquarius Major Arcana energy. It's also a card of healing. It's a card of hope. Sometimes wish fulfillment. This is the card that comes immediately after the Tower. That's what I'm clarifying now. So when the Tower collapses and everything's different than it was yesterday and nothing's the same anymore, it's really hard to see your path moving forward from that. Well, this is the guiding light from the universe that shows up to light the path for you so you can see the way moving forward from there. It's where hope comes from and healing comes from. So this is like some element of hope that we can get past what's in the way here and get to this happily ever after, happy fairy tale ending here. Hope that we can heal this. And it looks like there is a plan for the future. That's another meaning. This is a person who has the ability to create the plan to get what they want and execute the plan to get what they want. This would be like communications or news and messages and communications about that plan being at like the beginning stages of planning where it's not fully developed all the way yet. But this is a lot of times a plan for the future that has hope and healing tied to it. And the Ten of Cups. I'm still having a hard time fully dialing into what this Emperor energy is about. When I clarify the Tower for you, Leo, I get the Two of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Wow. Two of Wands is Aries energy. Again, it's a two. It's a choice. I've already got a choice out here about the connection. This is a decision it's like a crossroads. It's like a fork in the road. It's a decision point about what is it that you really want your world to be like. Like what path gets you to what you really want, and which path do you have to leave behind in order to get there. Could be that there's this recognition that you're having that is a game changer for you, and the power to choose is yours. And it looks like the choice that you have at some point led to a severing that you're probably internally conflicted about, and looks like second guessing yourself on. It's weird because we have two things to choose between. Both are aces, both are opportunities, new beginnings of some kind. This one has to do with the conscious mind and thoughts. This one has to do with emotions. This is typically a new beginning in love and emotions, and this is like some sort of a new idea. It's also a sword, which represents severing, cutting something away. It's the sword the Queen of Swords uses to sever someone with. This is almost like a choice about what you want, and your head wants one thing and your heart wants one thing, which could explain why right beside that is the internal conflict and the recognizing about something. But then all of this stuff doesn't have anything beside it, and that would be what you want and what you're driven for, which is this Ten of Pentacles, and also holding on to some connection that you have with someone. So this looks like at some point there was a severing, probably you, Leo, severing something, and now something has dramatically changed here, and you're at this choice between what your heart is telling you versus what your head is telling you, and you have to pick one of those two because you can't listen to both of them at the same time. It's probably like there needs to be some sort of a balance between the two here. Maybe the thing that needs taking control over to get what you want is actually a piece that's inside of you. It's what it's starting to look like, which is awesome for me. It's way better that way because at least you have the ability to do something about it because it's you. If it's this other person that has this choice, there's really nothing that you can do about that. Final card for you, Leo, is the King of Wands, which we've already seen in your energy right here. This is Leo energy. Sometimes it's Sagittarius energy. It's about you knowing exactly what you want and going after it, and I'm going to find a way to get what I want, or I'm going to make a way to get what I want. It's about you being driven and motivated. This could also be how you're viewing your person. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work out. This is a collective general reading. I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. Sometimes these energies can get flipped around backwards sometimes. So tell me more about this King of Wands. Why is this here in Leo's energy? One flip over in here. There you are. Bottom of the deck. Six of Cups. Scorpio energy. This is a card of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, thinking about the good old days and the way things used to be between the two of us. Sometimes it can represent something from the past trying to make another lap through, or someone from the past trying to make a comeback. It represents a deep emotional connection between the two of you and history between the two of you, and you having some sort of, looks like massive level of desire based on the past here. The Hierophant. This is like marriage and commitment and being in a committed relationship and taking that to the next level. This could be a case where there were marriage plans and there was some abandonment of that, some severing of that, the collapse of that, because there was your head and your heart pulling you in different directions. And it looks like maybe there was an element of either marriage or living together or going down that path, and now you want to hold on to that and not let go of it, and looks like make a choice that's more in alignment with emotions and feelings and less in alignment with, logic and reason and rational thinking. But there is an opportunity for the past and commitment here presenting itself for you. The Ace of Pentacles is a practical, tangible, physical, you can reach out and touch it opportunity. So the seed that has the potential to grow into this Ten of Pentacles that looks like that you also want. It's not the Ten of Pentacles in and of itself. It just has the potential to get there. It's like any ace, you have to grab it and do something with it and take action on it, or it just represents empty opportunity. But there is an opportunity here. Looks like an opportunity for wish fulfillment. Getting what it is that you personally want. But again, right behind that Nine of Wands, there's another barrier. There's something in the way of you getting what you want. Looking strongly like there was I'm feeling like close but no cigar. Like we almost had it and then something changed and I went a different direction. And after that, it's like, wait a minute, no, that was not the right choice. Now there's like all this second guessing feeling here. When I clarify this King of Wands energy, I get the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Five of Cups. That's interesting. We're making progress here from the Three of Swords to the Four. But then we have a cup at the 5. So 3, 4, 5. It's like sequential here. Three of Swords is Libra energy. This is heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. That third energy is not always a romantic third party. Can be. Totally can be. Doesn't really feel like it in this case. That third energy can be nosy friends, nosy family members, nosy neighbors, an ex, mom sticking her nose where it don't belong, something along those lines. Hell, anything that we do enough of eventually picks up its own energy. So like working too much can be this third energy. Anything like this concept of a conflict between my head and my heart can cause a third energy to happen. There's some sort of a heartbreaking thing attached to something that's not directly you, not directly your person. I have seen references to something blocking, someone blocking. Could be that. Four of Swords. It even could be this decision to sever something has caused a heartbreaking loss for you that's tied to what you actually want. But this Four of Swords is more Libra energy. This is like taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. Like it's a card of healing. So it's about like choosing to go inside yourself and heal, or fours are about stability and swords are about thoughts and the mind. So this can be like stabilizing your thoughts, stabilizing your mind, trying to calm your mind down so you can figure out what to do. It's right beside another sword, the Ace of Swords. It's weird. I have the Ace of Swords and the Three of Swords attached to this idea of calming my mind down to figure out what to do. What's in between the 1 and the 3 is the Two of Swords, which would be a decision that needs made but hasn't been made. But that decision has been made, which is why I'm missing the 2. The decision was made in the past and it changed something like dramatically. And then it's like there's, wait a minute, let me calm down and rethink this because I don't think I did that right, is what it really strongly feels like, especially with this. Fives, again, are conflict and change. This is a conflict or a change in the emotions. It's right beside the Ace of Cups. And another conflict card, the Five of Wands, the internal conflict in my desires. This is like sadness and remorse about the past. It's like regrets. A feeling of like sadness and despair, like because of the cups have been spilled and all the love and emotions that have been spilled and all the time, effort, and energy that's been spilled and wasted. There's still a connection in the background. There's still 2 upright cups in the background, the Two of Cups. The Ace of Cups is here at the end of the second column. So each column ends in cups. There's clearly still passion and desire and fire and drive here and want here. And there's still a lot of love and emotions present here. And there's still potential to put this back together is what it looks like, to rebirth this connection. It's like there's desire for that on both ends. There's a wanting to balance it out on both ends and a wanting to rebirth it in the middle here, and recognition about something, which again is showing up here after a severing. Something gets recognized and then we go into an internal conflict. It's almost like the decision got made before it was fully thought out, is what that looks like. I'm going to scoot this over and get some more room here. That's your energy in this connection for the very end of January 2024. Your person's energy in this connection, Leo, Queen of Cups. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. So we got ascending energy here, progress happening. That's good. First card, always the most important. Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. This is a lot of love and emotions here. This is someone who has a lot of love and emotions for you, wants to give love and emotions to you. Normally, in just about every deck I've ever seen, the Queen of Cups either has a lid on top of her cup or she physically puts her hand on top of the cup as a way to protect her emotions so they don't get contaminated. Usually references that she wants to love someone, wants to pour herself into someone, but she's guarded and, weary of being hurt. This deck, there is no lid on the cup. She doesn't have her hand on the cup. This is someone who's not, they love you, and it's like they're not afraid of you in terms of being hurt. That's a good spot to be in. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Why is that first card for Leo's person? That was a very weird dynamic. A card came out and I caught it in midair, but it wasn't supposed to come out. Okay. Let's get two more. Why is this Queen of Cups here? Tell me more about that. Bottom of the deck. Six of Cups. Again, I've already seen this on your side. Scorpio energy of the past. Thinking about the past, reminiscing. Thinking about the good old days. It can represent something or someone from the past trying to make a comeback. Your person still has a deep emotional connection to you, still has a lot of love for you. They're wanting another chance with you, another opportunity with you in the physical sense of things. This is like starting back at the beginning in the physical sense and having another chance on it. And there's that damn barrier in the way. Nine of Wands, Sagittarius energy. This is like a wall in the way. It does represent that your person has been hurt at some point in the past. The hurt and the pain and the need to heal from that is, well, it's not even secondary. It's like third to this idea of what we had in the past and the new opportunity to get that again. So pain is in the background, but it's not terribly bad, in that like whatever happened between you didn't crush this person. It's still feeling more like there's a wall in the way. Seven of Swords behind that. This is like, it's Aquarius energy. Sometimes it's lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around, trying to get away with something, like trying to get away, like trying to sneak off in the night. Can be self-preservation, like not wanting to be hurt. It can even be leaving something behind because he can't carry all the swords and he leaves two behind. There's still an element of pain from whatever happened, and it feels like whatever happened wasn't exactly fair from your person's perspective. It's almost like snuck away from commitment, snuck away from marriage that we had planned, or taking it to the next level like we had planned. Something got in the way of that, and it was like either walking away from that, leaving that behind, or sneaking away. When I clarify this Queen of Cups, I get the Page of Pentacles, the World, Eight of Swords. Page of Pentacles is news and messages and communications about some practical, tangible, physical opportunity presenting itself. A lot of times this will represent being at the beginning stages of planning for the future, where we have this plan, but it's not fully developed all the way yet. We're just at the early stages of that. The World, final card of the major arcana. It represents the ending of one cycle and the beginning of a new beautiful cycle. In terms of zodiac signs, it's the four fixed signs: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. It's like your person has all this love for you. There's this history between the two of you, deep connection, a plan for the future that either requires one thing to come to an end so a new one can start, or maybe that's their plan. Let's just start back over and redo this. Eight of Swords is the final clarifier here. Gemini energy of being stuck in their head, grinding on it over and over and over again, not having all the answers, not having all the blanks filled in terms of the information. They're missing some, and they're feeling stuck and trapped and blocked because they don't know what to do in order to end the way it is now and start the next way between the two of you. They recognize something about you, or about themselves, or about the power of this connection. They want it really, really bad. They're viewing themselves as your counterpart, or viewing you as the counterpart to them. It's like rebirthing this and balancing it back out. Central to your person's energy, Leo, 8 of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy of work, like putting in the work on something, putting in the time, effort, and energy on something, or at the very least, being willing to put in the work on something. Getting ahead of myself, their next card is the 9 of Pentacles. It progresses one here. This is like putting in the work. This is reaping the rewards of the work that you put in. So there's this element to progress here. Why is the 8 of Pentacles central for Leo's person's energy here in end of January 2024? Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Again, there's that Aries Major Arcana card. This represents like stability, but it's like putting together a plan to get what they want, executing that plan, taking control, taking charge. It could represent someone in the way. This is like wanting to put in the work to get control back. Yeah, 7 of Wands, Leo energy. They want to fight to get what it is that they want. They want to take control and fight to defend their position or their stance, or defend what is right, defend what they want, fight for this connection, fight for what they believe in. Death, fighting against death. Like, death is the Scorpio Major Arcana card. It's like transformation, change, death, something dying so it can be reborn again a different way. This is a very painful transition period or transformation process. It's like the caterpillar going into a cocoon, and when it comes out of the cocoon, it's not a caterpillar anymore. It is a beautiful butterfly instead, but that whole process of being in the cocoon and what happens to the caterpillar while it's in there is painful. When it comes out, sure, it's better than it was when it went in, but the process to get there sucks. And this feels like that's what's going on. There's this need for taking charge of something, to be able to fight for what they want, to transform it, to put an end to the tower, to come back from all of that, because things changed. And yeah, and again, that's twice now. When I clarified the tower that's central to your energy, the star was in that story on the bottom. Now I have the tower again, and the very next card is the star. That's sequential energy too. Card 16, card 17. This is the guiding light from the universe that lights the way after the tower comes down, so you know what to do moving forward. It's where hope and healing come from. 10 of Cups, the happy fairy tale ending that we all want. Your person wants to put in the work on that, and regardless of what's happened, they still want to fight for it, and they still believe that this is the 10 of Cups with you, and that we can be together and be fully happy and fully in love. And it's just a matter of time. The Wheel of Fortune. This is what's supposed to happen. This is like a fated event. This is destiny as far as they're concerned. I don't think they're going to stop working on it. Have Capricorn energy behind that. A decision. 2 of Pentacles. This is a physical decision where there's these two things and I have to pick one, and I'm weighing the options, I'm weighing the pros and cons, and I'm like, do I or don't I? Should I or shouldn't I? Will they or won't they? And it's like being off balance in that decision, not being able to fully make up the mind. When I clarify the 8 of Pentacles, this idea of working on it, I get the Hanged Man, 2 of Swords, 7 of Cups. The Hanged Man is Pisces energy. This is an energy of progress being halted, no forward movements happening. It's sitting right next to this idea of early stage plan for the future, but there is no progress happening on that plan. Things are kind of stuck here. The Hanged Man is hanging upside down, though, because he's trying to look at things from a different perspective than normal, a different point of view than normal. He's trying to figure out, how do I get this unstuck? We've been trying to work on this and it's not moving. How do I get this unstuck? There's some sort of a decision here. This Two of Swords is Libra energy. I've seen Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Two of Cups, Two of Wands. I've seen all the twos except the High Priestess. This is a decision that needs made, but it's not being made for some reason. It's stuck. Sometimes this would be your person needing to make a decision of some kind, but they don't have enough information, like something they can't see yet, hence the blindfold. Sometimes it's a case of there's something they don't want to see, hence them not laying a sword down and taking the damn blindfold off. It's like, I don't want to see something, and that's preventing a decision. Sometimes it's not their decision, it's yours, Leo, and they can't make it, and things are stuck. They want to work on it, but things are stuck because it's not their decision on what we're going to do about this ending and this beginning that follows that. Could be why they're stuck in their head. There's two cards here in their energy where they're blindfolded in the energy, and it's like they don't have the answers. There's pieces of data that they're missing here. What they're very clear on is that they love you. What they're very clear on is that they have this passion and desire for you, and they want to balance things out, and they want a chance to rebirth this with you. Seven of Cups is the final clarifier for this Eight of Pentacles. This is more Scorpio energy. This is options and choices and confusion about the options and choices. There's a lot of different cups here. There's a lot of different ways this could work itself out. And they don't want to pick the wrong cup and make some kind of a mistake here. But the clouds of smoke can represent clouded judgment, confusion, like decision-making being clouded. Just emotionally confused because there's a choice to make that's not being made and things are still stuck and I want to work on it, or I am working on it. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. I don't want to make a mistake. I have two references at the end of these first two columns of I don't want to make a mistake. I love you. I want to work on it. I have a plan, but it's not going anywhere. We haven't decided what we're doing here to start this anew, and now I'm stuck and confused. Final card for your person is the Nine of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. This is a singles energy. It's a step back from this Ten of Pentacles that we see over here in your energy. This is like being physically together, combining lives together, building a life together, living together, marriage, going down that path. This is singles energy. This is they're by themselves physically, not together. Doesn't mean they don't want to be together. Just looks like things have worked out in a way that they're not physically with you. There could be some kind of physical distance between the two of you. Why is this Nine of Coins here? Nine of Pentacles for Leo's person. Let's get one more, please. Thank you. Bottom of the deck. There's that Emperor again. Again, I can't tell if there's someone physically in the way preventing the two of you to be together, or if there is a need to take control of something in order to be together. Again, that's knowing what I want, having a plan to get it, and executing it. And there's the Star, the hope, the healing. Again, though, that's an Aquarius Major Arcana card showing up with the Emperor. We could have some Aquarius person that could be the thing that has their nose stuck where it doesn't belong. Could be what's making things difficult. Could be we had some other person ultimately lead to a collapse between the two of you, a breakup between the two of you. This could just be what they really want and what they're putting together a plan for, and trying to execute that plan is to heal this connection and having the hope that that can happen. Yeah, to get back to the Ten of Cups again. Happily ever after. The happy fairy tale ending. This is definitely a case of this person loves the shit out of you. When I clarify this Nine of Pentacles, this singles energy, I get the Nine of Pentacles again, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, I already told you, singles energy, not physically together, physically independent by myself here. When I'm clarifying a card and I get the same card as the clarifier, this is the universe going, dude, I'm telling you, they're not physically together right now. That's probably, it's right beside this Hanged Man energy. Like, nope, I'm working on us getting somewhere different than this, and it's stuck. There's a decision that needs to be made here. And I don't know that it's your person's decision. And the decision cards seem to be on your side. You have to leave me a comment and let me know what the hell that decision is and whose decision it is. Next clarifier, King of Pentacles. This is like a husband type of a figure here. This is Taurus or Virgo energy. I've got 3 Virgo cards in a row. Their second card is also a Virgo card. One of you could have a lot of Virgo in your chart. This is usually husband, committed, stable person that's building their world with me, building their life with me. And they are the ones that has the choice. That's a very strange energy to have, like single physically, husband. Balancing things out, rebirthing something. It's entirely possible this person views you as their other half and still viewing things as if like we're just physically not together right now. 6 of Swords is the final clarifier here. More Aquarius energy. That's so weird. I got Aquarius tied to the Emperor at least twice. Now I've got Aquarius tied to this idea of being single, this husband energy. We could have like an ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, something like that involved that is an Aquarius. Your person could have someone that is an Aquarius from their past that's running interference here. It could be something along those lines. This could just be your person viewing you as the other half to them, wanting to physically be with you, and things just aren't there yet. But this 6 of Swords is about moving forward into calmer waters. It's about leaving the rough, choppy waters of the past behind and moving forward into the future toward what they actually want. And I don't think for a minute it's being single. I think what they want is the idea of like husband or significant other that I'm married to or living with type of an energy. This is about, at its core, it's about moving away from some mentally or psychologically painful situation or event, leaving the pain behind, moving away from pain and forward toward pleasure, toward the thing that they actually want. There is an implied choice that goes along with that energy, though, and the thing that's painful has already happened, and you can't do anything about that. They can't change that. Where they have their choice is in moving forward. Do they carry the burden that the painful situation caused them and carry that into their future so it keeps weighing them down, or do they carry forward the lesson the painful thing taught them into the future so something like that doesn't happen again? It's weird. I've had that. Well, where was that energy where I saw like, 3, 4, 5 right here in your last cards. Their last row is 6, 7, 8, but going backwards, 8, 7, 6. It's like things are regressing in some areas and progressing in others. Like physically, it looks like things are advancing, but then mentally or thought-wise at least, they're going backwards, which this is a self-imposed mental prison. Like usually this is a case where somebody thinks about it in a way that makes it worse than it actually is. But it's good news that this is ending on 6 of Swords and that something painful is being moved away from here. It looks like the painful thing is the fact that they're stuck in singleness with like dead center of their energy is a decision that needs made. And they recognize what they want and you recognize what you want. And it's like you both want each other. You both want to rebirth this and balance it out. I get a strong feeling that there's someone in the way. I also get a strong feeling that there's some element probably of you, Leo, that you need to take control over Whether that's like some sort of a conflict between what your common sense and logic says versus what your heart says, there's some sort of a choice like that that changed things. And it feels like you needing to take control of that because you clearly want this person and you clearly have regrets about something that happened that caused heartbreaking stuff between the two of you. There's clearly a lot of love and emotions between the two of you. I've seen that 10 of Cups like repeatedly. I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. If I had to guess, I would say that there was a decision in the past that led to a breakup and then second guessing after that and regrets about that. And now both of you recognizing how powerful and important this connection is and trying to do something to change it. And for some reason, it's still stagnant and there's some decision that hasn't been made yet that would allow things to move forward. It's what it looks like. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Leo love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.